Well, hello Minecrafters, and welcome back to the Welsknight Patreon server. And I'm once again here in the Nether. As you can see, the walkway that goes from the central part of the server community to my base is completed. And now I'm putting a roof over it. You know, now that I think about it, it probably would have made more sense to put up some sides first. Because, you know, falling into lava and all that. But for some reason, it just made me feel secure to have a ceiling. So that's what I'm doing. And I've decided to use my most abundant building material, which is cobblestone. And that was the short end done. And now we continue on. Right now, I've been going back and forth between the main part of the server, the community. In the center of the server, there's the town where everybody has a small house, or in some cases a large house. I have a little cabin built of dark wood that you saw in the first episode. And then there's also, separate from that, the marketplace, where people have built stores and they sell all kinds of goodies that they've produced or collected. And I've been going there and buying building materials, particularly stacks of terracotta and wood, and then buying weapons and armor and all kinds of good stuff, which in some cases I've lost by falling into the Nether, falling from my walkway into the pool of lava. I believe so far I've died 5 times, and 4 of those were in the Nether. Once from falling, once from being pushed into lava, twice by pigmen killing me when they were angry, and once when falling from a big height trying to retrieve the things that I had lost the last time I died. Here's my base, and 4 times. 4 times I've died because I just passed the 4 tombstones that I set up. And this is my house. I tried to make something more than just a basic starter house. It's nice and roomy, perfect for one person. Got some storage here. Got my shulker boxes that people have given me, and I've bought a couple of those too. And here on the left we have the statues to my 3 great friends on the server who've given me so much to get started with. Vander and Aletha Prime and Stina Rose. They've all helped me out tremendously and given me what would you call it? Care packages, I guess, with all kinds of things to get me started. That's the reason I'm able to buy all those things at the market, because right up until now, although I've started digging a mine and I've gotten lots of cobblestone and I've dug down to level 13, haven't actually found any diamonds yet. Oh, there's a message from Stina Rose. She's asking me what kind of building materials I'm using. And of course, I'm only using cobblestone, cob, and for some reason my text isn't working. Can't seem to get out the whole thing. So, cobblestone. I think she'll know what I'm talking about. And that's what's great about playing, I should say, on a multiplayer server, because I'm telling her I'm just doing the roof. Because, other people can help you out. My whole thing that I get from Minecraft, lots of the kids at school ask me if I play Fortnite, which I've tried, didn't find it interesting. Lots of kids want to play online with me in a PvP game. Player versus player is just not my thing. I wasn't into those games when I was younger. I wasn't into those games in my formative years. I don't play Overwatch. When I played games like StarCraft or things like that, that was never really the big thrill for me. I did. Oh, geez, when was this? Back in the early 90s or late 80s, something like that. Back when Warcraft 2 was super popular, I'd set up a server at school, and we had some massive player versus player games that the kids really loved. But that was just, it was never my thing. My thing about Minecraft, the thing that I find so amazing is what you can do with it. You can just recreate whole worlds. And that's what I've always enjoyed. When I was a kid, I made up worlds. Today, as a writer, I make up fantasy and science fiction worlds. And that's what you can do in Minecraft. So my vision for my base here is to kind of create a kind of steampunkish base, kind of similar to what you would find in my books, Senta and the Steel Dragon, which is kind of a steampunkish type setting. Anyway, here I am plodding through the Nether, laying down cobblestone in a ceiling. And as I told you last time, I'm going to make a much prettier wall segment to go on either side of these rather boring ceiling and floor, and I'll have to do something on the floor to make it not spawnable. I could go through and replace it with stairs and slabs, but I think the easiest thing to do is just lay down carpet. That being said, having to pass a zombie pigman along the way is not that big of a deal if he can't push you into the lava. On the other hand, gas shooting at me is something that I don't particularly care for. See, now this guy right here, he wouldn't be a big problem at all if I didn't almost have to like skirt the edge to get past him. And if you look around here, this is a great place for glowstone. Did I hear a ghast? No? Okay. Nope, I don't see one. This is a great place for glowstone. I feel like I should just like bridge out to one of these huge glowstone clusters and start mining it, but on this server, since there is a guardian farm, there's pretty much unlimited sea lanterns. And I think since sea lanterns actually look better than glowstone as lighting appliances, and you can use them just about all the same places, there's not a big incentive to risk your life gathering glowstone. I think at my house on my base, I've already got like 2 stacks of glowstone. And as you saw, I had already created some lamps. I think others might not think it's too clever, but I think it actually makes a pretty good looking floor lamp if you use an ender rod and then put a sea lantern on top. Although both the base and the light part of it are both giving off light, so it gives more light than a real lamp. It still looks pretty good as a table lamp. You do 2 end rods, one on top of the other, and it makes a good floor lamp. There you can see all of that glowstone on the left. And eventually I will probably go through here and replace this netherrack with whatever material I decide to do the sides with, and with cobblestone on the floor and ceiling, because I'm going to need lots of netherrack. A big component of my base is going to be some pathways made of cobblestone, and then with like netherrack sidewalks on either side, where I'm going to put up some light posts. And again, that's here you can see I've got some cobblestone already laid down. This wood platform here is the very center of my base. Anyway, that netherrack, I'm sorry, that brick cobblestone combination is mirrors the description in the book, my book, Sent in the Steel Dragon, which I was alluding to earlier. It's actually a series of books. The first book is The Voyage of the Minotaur, and it's available everywhere if you're so interested. Alright, gotta check for creepers. I can stand being shot at by skeletons or being chased by an occasional zombie, having to stop and kill them, but the creepers blowing up stuff you just built really annoys me. In fact, I've had that song stuck in my head all day, that play on the Miley Cyrus song. So Stina's... I can't talk. My chat feature is not working. But I'm trying to tell her cobblestone. I'm building the roof and the floor with cobblestone. There we go. You know, there's always zombie pigmen around, and except when you're trying to find one, and then you can never find one. They're like the policemen of the Nether. She asked if I'm doing a 3x3, and yes, that's what I'm doing. When the server restarts in July or whenever, and we start fresh from the beginning, I'm going to make a truly awesome pathway to my base. It's going to be like at least 9 blocks wide. I'm going to have minecarts going down it. It's going to have trees and growing things in it. It will be awesome. In many ways, this is kind of a trial run for me. This is my first time working on a multiplayer game. Multiplayer survival. This is an SMP. Survival multiplayer, as they say. And here we go. Lay in some cobblestone. Blip, 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 blip. See, I told you once I got a rhythm going, I can actually get pretty fast. And happily today, there seems to be so far a shortage of ghasts. Because every time I come through here, there has been a ghast. That's, you know, I know it's a game and they spawn and you know, there's not a real ghast out there with a real personality who has a vengeance against me, but it sure seems like it's the same ghast, and he or she, I always tend to think of the ghast as she's laying in wait for me to come through here. Because, you know, we tend to anthropomorphize things. We tend to put our own personalities and human traits into things. It's the same reason we see faces on Mars and pictures of Jesus in a piece of toast. Because our mind is designed to do that. Not because there's anything magical going on. Oh, look here. Here's HistoryWes, her very own self. Star of HistoryWes Gaming is her channel. You should check it out. She's an awesome builder. And right now she's deep in prayer. Either that or she left herself standing here while she went and answered the door, not knowing that a ghast was going to come in and attack her. So I'll try to push her out of the way. Oh, nope, she's back. And she killed the ghast, just like her. Here I've been terrorized by that ghast for months. I would have loved to kill it, but nope, she pulls out her bow and it's dead. I tell her I tried to push her under some cover, but she obviously didn't need it. Oh, she's brought me tons and tons of cobblestone. What a friend. And she's also been building up the walls, which, since I have poor chat functions going on right now, I wasn't able to tell her I wasn't planning to do. Not that I really mind. I mean, for that matter, they could be built up and I can go by later and replace them with whatever design I decide to do on them. Anyway, I'll go back to putting up the ceiling, and I was just kind of expecting that she would drop off cobblestone and take off, but obviously she's decided to do some work. And there's the pig man, Fred, I should call him. I should do what Aletha Prime does. She's got her own personal Enderman that follows her everywhere. I think his name is Marvin. I actually had one of those. He just appeared in the corner of my house one morning. Unfortunately for him, unlike Aletha, I killed him. He did beat me up a bit because I didn't have great armor yet, but you know, I should have thought about it. I should have thought, well, you know, here he is, a friend, I should leave him alone. Oh, well, that's very nice. Aletha just pushed the pigman to his doom into the pool of lava. That'll teach him. Oh, there's that ghast off in the distance again. Or a new one. I didn't actually see if she killed it. Maybe it got away, and this is it again. Or maybe this is its mate now, who's angry. It saw me. It's angry. Yep, there he is. He's angry. Obviously, the mate of the other one. And obviously a terrible shot, because he missed me. So anyway, the ceiling is done, and since she started the cobblestone anyway, I might as well just keep putting up the wall here. Stina's got her elytra on. Every single player on this game seems to have an elytra, and I since I have one too, I actually have two. Every single player probably does have one, but unlike Stina, I know I'm going to die here and fall in the lava, and I would lose my elytra. That's why I have two. I have a backup. So I seldom wear mine unless I'm actually... Holy cow, it says Zombie Pig Kindergarten. I seldom wear my elytra unless I'm planning to do some flying at that time. Okay. So this is a good spot to cover up, right around the Nether portal. Because, you know, you hear stories about people that build their Nether portal and then they're in the Nether and they don't have a flint and steel with them, and then a gas comes along and shoots their Nether portal and they get stuck in the Nether and die. That has never happened to me. I've never had my Nether portal go out, thank goodness. But, you know, better safe than sorry. Yes, she's seen the fatal flaw with my hallways. I'm going to need to either slab it or carpet it in order to keep the zombie pigmen from spawning. And eventually I will get around to carpeting it. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal at the moment. Of course, you know, zombie pigmen do have a tendency to get angry with you if you accidentally, like, I don't know, just for example, shoot one of them while you're trying to shoot a gas and it gets in your way. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Or, you know, I suppose I could say it's my fault. I was shooting. The zombie pigman was right there. I should have known he would have been shot. I mean, as far as the zombie pigmen are concerned, it was, you know, negligence on my part. I'm sure they held a meeting about it before they all decided to gang up and attack me and ultimately kill me. So this is looking good. Just get it enclosed and then don't have to worry about it anymore. Then on the side that's now on my left, I've got a whole mountain of netherrack I'm just going to tunnel into, and now it's on the right, this wall here. And then, let's see. This really sucks. I'm going to design some nice walls. The C doesn't work. The W doesn't work. Sides instead of walls. My talking is not working. It's exhausting work. Fortunately, Aletha gave me a stack of steaks. Although I can see I'm going to be pretty much I'm going to become a pescatarian in this game, an eater of fish, because there's pretty much free fish at the Guardian farm. Plus, I plan to do a lot of AFK fishing, so that'll be my main diet. Wow, she's really got a lot done. It's nice to know I'm not the only one who mislays blocks. Even somebody as accomplished as HistoryWes does occasionally. Seriously though, you should see her builds. Well, you did. In the very first episode I showed you her base, and her nether hub is just magnificent. It's a thing of beauty. I like Professor Savant's nether fortress construction that he's got over there too, but Stina's is really intricate and beautiful and in the way of a medieval cathedral. It's just gorgeous. And now oh, thanks for more cobblestone. Wow. Thank you, Stina. I appreciate your help. I'm going to try and ask her if she wants to come see my base, but I can't quite get the words to be expressed in this text. All I got was see home, question mark. I think she's trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, and obviously it's not coming across. Okay, there she goes. She's off to do her own thing. And I am back off to my own base. Weaving in and among the pigmen. Almost getting knocked off. See, once the sides are on, even if you bump into the pigmen, you don't have to worry about falling off, so it doesn't really matter if they're there. As long as you don't stab them, or punch them, or bludgeon them, or say nasty things to them, you're fine. Oh, another ghast. What the... how do you... okay, well, so pigmen aren't the only things to spawn up here. We've got a magma dude. Those called magma cubes. You kill them and you get magma creams. So, I don't know. Whatever. Here we are. Okay. When I get in, I turn because I'm going to be facing the right direction when I get to the base. Wow, it all looks so very tiny. I'm just getting started. But I do like my house. See my window boxes with the flowers? Pretty, right? Well, that's it for this time, guys. Thanks. Take care and happy Minecrafting.